Hello and welcome to Liberty High School. We are excited you will be joining us for the 2019-2020 school year. The counseling department wants you to know that we are here for you and will help you through your high school experience. We break the counseling department into three areas. We have three academic counselors, Mrs. Sheffield, who works with students with a last name that starts with A through G, Mr. Cunningham, who works with students whose last names start with H through M, and Mrs. Wooten, who works with students whose last name starts with N through Z. Mrs. Geringer works with all of our students throughout their high school experience with college and career decision-making, along with the A-plus scholarship program. Finally, Mrs. Russellmeyer is our educational support counselor, and she works one-on-one with many of our students and their mental health needs. Let's talk about how high school is different from middle school. As counselors, it's our goal to transition responsibility from parents to students. Students should be taking responsibility for requesting schedule changes. Students should be taking responsibility for checking their school email on a regular basis. Students should be taking responsibility for checking their grades and communicating with their teachers about struggles they may be having in classes in high school. Many of the questions that students have concerning Liberty can be answered on our website. Yes, you guessed it. Students should take responsibility for checking the school website on a regular basis. Along with responsibility, high school offers great opportunities. High school offers the opportunity to get involved in clubs, sports, and activities, which have the potential to offer opportunities for leadership experience.
In high school, when you pass your classes, you will earn credits. Each semester of a class is worth 0.5 or half of a credit. For a full year class, you will earn a half of a credit for first semester and another half of a credit for second semester, for a total of 1 full credit. You will be taking 7 classes each semester, so you should be earning 3.5 credits per semester and 7 credits per year. In middle school, there may not have been many consequences for failing a class, but in high school, you must earn a certain number of credits in order to graduate. So, if you don't pass a class, you won't earn the half credit, you might have to retake the class, which might require you to go to summer school, and if you fail several classes, you might not graduate on time. Each semester, we will calculate your grade point average, or GPA. Your GPA is figured as an average of your final semester letter grades. A's are worth 4, B's are worth 3, C's are worth 2, D's are worth 1, and F's are worth 0. We add up all of the numbers and divide by the number of classes you are taking to arrive at your GPA. Liberty offers some classes that are taught at a highly advanced level, and because they are much more challenging than the standard classes, those classes are worth more in your GPA. These classes are called weighted classes. If you take a weighted class, A's are worth 5, B's are worth 4, C's are worth 3, and D's are worth 2. F's are always worth 0. You can find a list of weighted classes in the online course guide that will be explained in more detail later in this presentation. Every class in high school counts as part of your GPA, so it is important to work hard and do your best in all of your classes. Once you set your GPA as a freshman, it is difficult to move up later. The Wentzville School District has determined certain types of credits that you must earn in order to graduate. You must earn 4 credits of English, which means that you must take and pass your English classes all 4 years of high school. You need 3 credits of math, but all students are recommended to take a 4th year of math. Whether you will be attending college, enlisting in the military, or going into the skilled trades, you will need as much math as possible to be successful. You need 3 credits of science, 3 credits of social studies, 1 credit of fine art, which are the creative classes, like art, choir, band, music, and theater arts. You will also need 1 credit of practical art. These are the classes that teach the more practical, often hands-on skills. Family and consumer science classes, business and computer classes, industrial tech classes, marketing classes, and student publication classes, as well as technical theater classes. You also need 1 credit of PE, half of which you will take freshman year, and the other half you can take whenever you choose. And finally, you're required to pass 0.5 credit of personal finance. If you look at this table and add up the number of credits from English down to personal finance, it adds up to 17 credits. Those 17 credits are non-negotiable. You must pass those specific kinds of classes. Additionally, you can see that you need 8 credits of electives. Your electives can be any type of class. So look again at the table. If you take 4 science credits in high school, the first 3 are required. The fourth one would count as an elective. If you take band all 4 years, the first year counts as a credit of fine art. The other 3 credits count as electives. So as long as you complete the required 17 specific credits, and as long as your total number of credits adds up to 25 credits, you will have met the graduation requirements. It doesn't matter what classes you take in order to earn your 8 credits of electives. They all count. If you work hard during high school, you might be able to graduate with honors. We have 4 levels of graduating with honors, which get increasingly more difficult to achieve. This pyramid shows a brief overview of the honors. Each of the honors requires a certain number of high-level classes, a minimum GPA, a minimum number of high school activities, and a minimum ACT score. I know graduation from high school seems very far away, but if graduating with honors is a goal you'd like to set, it is important to start working toward it from the very beginning of high school. For full details about graduating with honors, please refer to the online course guide. No matter what type of student you have been so far, you get a brand new fresh start in high school, and the best way to be successful in high school is to set some goals. We always want you to take the most challenging classes you can manage. This will help you prepare for college and careers after high school. Keep an eye on your grades throughout the semester and keep track of your GPA and credits each semester. We encourage every single student to complete the A+ program, more on that program in a moment. And a great way to make new friends and create great high school memories is to participate in high school activities, both clubs and athletics. Finally, in high school, we want you to communicate with your teachers and counselors, ask questions when you don't understand, and ask for help when you need it. We are here to help you achieve your goals. As you progress through your time in high school, you will have opportunities to get involved, volunteer, and maybe even do research or learn outside of a traditional type of classroom and get real-world experience. So what is the A+ program and why should you complete it? The A+ program is something that is achievable for nearly every student. There are several ways that students use the program. The most basic way is that they earn 2 years of free tuition at any Missouri community college or public technical college. This is valued at from $6,000 to $13,000 depending on which program and which school. Some of those students will then transfer to a 4-year university to finish their degree. Those students will have cut their university tuition in half. At a school like Mizzou, which costs approximately $25,000 a year, this could save families up to $50,000. Some students would prefer to attend a 4-year university directly after high school. There are over 20 Missouri universities that offer an A+ program recognition scholarship ranging from $2,000 up to half tuition, depending on the college. No matter what your plans are after high school, the A+ program is a great backup plan. You can use your A+ program free tuition for up to 4 years after you graduate. So if your plans change, the free money is there waiting for you. It is very simple to complete the requirements of the program. You need to have good attendance, stay out of trouble, get a C+ or higher GPA, get a qualifying score on a math assessment, and donate 50 hours of your time through tutoring and job shadowing, which you can start as early as your sophomore year. It's easy to do, I promise. To get started, you must fill out the A+ agreement that your counselor will give to you. This does not obligate you to complete the program, so we encourage all students to fill out the form and get it signed by their parents and turn it in as soon as possible. As freshmen, the only thing you need to do is work on your grades and attendance.
Ninth graders have 5 credits that are required. English for a full year, math for a full year, science for a full year, social studies for a full year. Your Frontier Core teachers will be making recommendations for which level of each of these you will be most successful in. Everyone also takes a semester of PE and a semester of health. There is an option for taking health and/or PE during the summer. We will share more information about this when we come later in January. You get to pick 2 credits of other classes. Here's what we need you to do. Number 1, do your research now. We are providing a handout that lists all of the class options for you to choose from. Number 2, start shopping for classes now. Use this link to find our online course guide. This is the course guide homepage. On the left, in the blue box, there are more links to general information. You can find things like the cum laude, honor system, graduation requirements, weighted courses, and much more. You will also find a way to search for courses. You have several options for ways to do this. Probably the simplest way is to use your handout to find the name of a class. Let's say you think you might be interested in taking child development. Simply type in child development and hit submit. You will see a chart that gives some basic information. You can see the course name, the grade level it is open to, the amount of credit you earn for the class. This also gives you a hint as to whether the class is a semester class or a year-long class. You can see if the class has any prerequisites. Prerequisites are things you have to take before you can take this class. So you see that Child Development has no prerequisites, but Child Development 2 does. And finally, you will find a link to the class description. If you click on that, you will find some of the same info from the chart, but you will also find a more detailed description of what the class is all about. If you click on Course Guide Home, you will be back at the search engine. Another helpful way to see classes is to search by department. Just click on the drop-down menu near department and you'll see all of the departments to choose from. Let's say you want to look at all science classes that might be an option for you sometime during high school. So you click on Science Department and hit Submit. You will see the same chart now with all the science classes and links to their detailed descriptions. One more option, if you go back to the Course Guide homepage, you will see at the bottom there's a link that says click here for a printable version of the course guide. This opens up a PDF that you can scroll through and even print if you wish. Number 3, we want you to make a wish list of 4 credits of classes that you are possibly interested in taking next year. Use the handout you have and the online course guide to make the best choices for you. Eventually, you will enter 2 credits that you hope to take next year and 2 credits of alternates. These are classes that you would be willing to take if you don't get your first choice of classes. Okay, what is next? On January 23rd, your parents are invited to Liberty for a presentation. There is no need for you to come that night. This is really just for the parents, because on January 24th, the counselors will be coming to Frontier. We will be meeting with you and helping you enter your course request online. You will also be able to see what core courses you were recommended for. You will also get instructions on how to enter your alternate courses. Thanks for following along with us. We're looking forward to meeting you and working with you. See you in a couple weeks.